Yo, it's your girl DJ Baby Blue Diamond, and you tune into U3 Underground, Unsigned, and Unknown, and we have a special guest in the building, Texas Connected Xcel. What up? What up?
What's the deal?
Let's talk about the name.
Man, Texas
How'd you get that name?
Well, originally it was Xcel, Xcel, but when I went to go trademark it, somebody already had it trademarked.
Oh.
So I kind of did a thing of kind of like how they have like Notorious B.I.G.
Yeah.
So I just put Texas Connected because I done so much business throughout Texas. You know, I have partnerships and friendships everywhere. So I just put Texas Connected then Xcel.
So where are you from, for people who do not know?
Man, I'm from the south side of Seguin, Texas.
So how's the music in Seguin compared to other parts of Texas, since you are Texas Connected?
Man, to be honest with you, and this might just be like some favoritism, I kind of feel like we kind of had like the best music coming out when it comes towards the like story, imagery, content. Like we just have everybody that has everything. Like you listen to something from somebody from Seguin, you're gonna like it.
Yeah.
You're gonna jam it. You're gonna feel it. And I just feel like that kind of is the aura of our city that we bring, you know?
Yeah. That makes sense. So, my mind just went blank. Can you talk about Seguin music? I don't know why I think about Killeen. Seguin is so different from Killeen.
Right.
Don't know why. But how's the music scene in general in Seguin? Not just the rappers coming out, but is there a nice little hip hop scene?
Yeah.
Or is it like you have to go travel?
I think there's something for everybody. To be honest with you, you have hip hop, you have rap, you got gangster rap, you got classic rap. To be honest with you, we got a lot of R&B people or singers. And really good. I think I got my boy King Cairo. He actually got a lot of good songs that I would say that would be more like radio type hits, and you would listen to them. And I think that, you know, when it comes to the actual scene itself, that's why I said it's like you got everything for everybody. So when you go and you listen to it, you can find anything you want. Whatever your kind of taste of music is, you're gonna find it there.
What are your thoughts on the music scene from other parts of Texas?
To be honest with you, I've seen a lot of them like Dallas and San Antonio and Austin and Houston. I think Houston has more of like a good imagery when it comes to like what they're about and who they are as a city. So I would definitely say that they have that. As far as the other cities, I think they got some good artists. They just have to really find their not just sound, but overall their image.
Yeah.
You know, like their what they really stand for. You know what I'm saying? When you think of Houston, you think of like slabs, swangers, drink, DJ, screw, all the legends. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So they gotta find that type of thing for themselves.
Okay, I like that. Shout out to Colton Childress for tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in. You have a new project that's out right now. Look What Society Did to Me. How did you come up with the title of that? What did society do to you? No,
a whole lot, man. I think it's like the reason for the title is because usually when you look at artists, you know, and every time, especially like the things like what's going on within the mainstream media, like you see with Boosie and you see with DaBaby, a lot of people like to automatically think that just because we're these artists that we have no emotion or that, you know, we're just
be perfect.
Right, got to be perfect, or you know, you just have to have a set image.
Yeah.
And they have to understand that, you know, we're a product of our environments. We're a product of the society that we come from. Yeah, we're not perfect, but at the same time, like nobody ever considers like our pain, our struggles, what we have to go through. These aren't weak people, you know what I'm saying? These are very strong people that goes through a lot of trials and tribulations. And a lot of these artists that are big or have the voices that because a lot of these times they have to go through these trials and tribulations by themselves. They don't really have a person that they can turn to. Because when you start doing music, it's really hard to start trusting people because there's some people that are really looking to have you downfall or take advantage of you or try to sit here and use, you know, you as your own weapon.
Yeah.
So at that point, you know what I'm saying? I think with this album, it's just more of a thing of like looking into the perspective of the artist to like where they have to overcome in order to get to where they are at.
Okay. So who are some of the features we should look out for on this album?
On this one, we have my boy Rich Life. If you're ever gonna listen to my music, he's always gonna be on any kind of mixtape, any kind of album, any kind of little EP, LP. He's gonna be on it. Other than that, I have my boy Sergeant Tone. You know, he's the artist that's coming up though too. You know, if I can get him back in the booth, my boy got a family. He just started, he had a little baby girl. So, you know what I'm saying? Once I get him back in the booth, we're gonna be dropping some hits. I got some with my boy Mexican Hendrick. He's also part of the Hustle Town Network. He also runs South Coast Born, and he actually did a beat that I actually wrote a verse, and he made a beat around it. And then my boy Sergeant Tone came and he dropped the hook, and we did that like within like an hour's time.
Okay.
So there's that.
The Hustle Town Network, that's that Houston network, right? That recently came out. Yeah, with Jessica Jean's husband and all that, Texas V or something like that.
Right.
Yes.
If you ever hear any of the kind of beats or like their background stuff like that, he produces the sounds for it.
Shout out to Hustle Town Network and all them. That's dope. Okay. Any producers we should look out for on this album?
To be honest with you, I only worked with like two major producers.
Is there a reason for that?
Yes, definitely. I mean, when it comes to me, you have to have a very specific kind of sound that I'm looking to capture. When I'm in the booth, it's laser focused and it's all about perfection. So right now, there's two producers that I worked with. There's one named Josh. He's out of Austin, Texas, for Spit Shine Studios, and he actually produced 2 tracks, which is All That, and then Letter to Ajax. He produced both of those tracks, and then the rest of them were all produced by my boy down in Seguin, Texas, for the headquarters, T Woods. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the guys I mainly like working the most because I think he captures my sound to the way that I'm looking for it.
How would you describe your music? Are you like I wouldn't say typical Hispanic rapper, but there's like 2 Hispanic rappers. You got the one that's like the Spanish music, and then you got the hood one, and then you got the in between. So
I think it's hard. I think it's hard for like Hispanic rappers to really kind of find their identity because you're in so much between different cultures.
Yeah.
So whenever they try to sit here and do it, it's either you're being too much this way or you're not being too much this way, and sometimes you have to try to find in the middle. To me, to be honest with you, I'm just straight hip hop. You know, I'm gonna give you real. I'm gonna give you content. I'm gonna give you a story. I'm gonna give you a message, and it's right down the middle. You know, it's not too much this way. It's not too much that way. It's just right in the middle.
Who are some of the artists you grew up listening to?
To be honest with you, it's all through the same of people for the 90s. You know what I'm saying? I'm a 90s baby, so it's like Tupac, Biggie, Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying?
No SPM.
I listened to SPM, but I didn't listen to SPM until like later years. To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? They didn't really put me on to him until later years. You know, I moved around a lot, so I didn't really get to him until I got back to Texas.
Oh, you moved around a lot. So where did you go when you moved?
Everywhere. Georgia. I was out in New Mexico. We lived in Tennessee. There's like a bunch of places. You know,
so how was the music scene out there compared to down here? Or were you not there long enough?
I would say as far as like Albuquerque, man, it's very California style. It's very like Cholo type, Chicano type rap. When it does that. Atlanta, I mean, it's just wild. To be honest with you, you got every kind of genre out there. Everyone's doing something different. So it's never really the same. And then Tennessee, I mean, you have more with like country rap, like Jelly Roll, he has that type of stuff, So it's always different scenes when you go different places,
Do people ever look at you and prejudge you and think, oh, he gonna sound like this person, he gonna sound like that? Yeah. What do people think he gonna sound like?
To be honest with you, sometimes some people, when they look at me, they kind of think that like I'm gonna sound like very like a Chicano rap type rapper. Or sometimes they might think that I'm trying to be overly black, So it really just depends. Sometimes, I mean, I'm used to being overjudged all the time. I mean, just based on looking at me. So people are always going to sit here and make prejudgments of who I am until they actually get to talk to me.
Now, with this era of social media and streaming, you have actual physical copies of these CDs. Do you think people still want these?
To be honest with you, at first, I really took a big risk because I was like, I don't really know if people really going to buy these. Because when you go to streams, like you only get paid off of so many streams,
That's true.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, when I bought these, and really this is a shout out to my city, man. I bought 100 copies, and I only have about maybe 30 left. So for that, a lot of people hit me up, and I sold them for like $5 a pop. So I made more off of these just selling the physical copies than I really will ever do when it comes to streaming. Because they're only paying you cents for like certain amount of streams.
Yeah.
So I mean, to be honest with you, I think at this point, I mean, they really gave me hope when it comes to really promoting physical copies. So I'm going to continue doing that. I think there's still a market for them, especially for underground artists.
You really do. Okay. So that old school hustle, you feel like still works compared to TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all that.
So now I can add to my story that, I've been selling them out the trunk, riding around, selling them out the truck, pulling up on somebody, they give me $5, gave them a CD. I signed it too, so I felt really good about it. So shout out to my city for doing that for me, man. Y'all gave me a lot of confidence.
So what's next for you? Any shows you have coming up?
Right now, I'm trying to delay the shows just for the fact that COVID's going around.
Yeah, that makes sense. Any virtual shows you might want to set up?
I mean, if we could do like some Tupac stuff, some hologram, I love to do that. But
not that. Not virtual, but as far as, we ain't got money like that.
As far as right now, I'm kind of just really focused on my next project, what's called Hustle Division, And there's going to be a completely different project. To be honest with you, it's going to be a lot more bangers. It's going to be a lot more club stuff, a lot of more, you know what I'm saying, like intuitive, like of what the culture be looking like. You know, what a lot of people be tuning into versus more of the storytelling.
Okay, when is that dropping?
To be honest with you, I think it would be dropping early next year. I just dropped one of the singles off of it called Whole Lot. It's on YouTube right now. So look me up, Texasconnected Xcel. Look up Whole Lot because there's going to be a whole lot of bangers. You feel me?
Is there a music video for it too? Not yet.
It might come in. Like, we got to get with the management team that we just signed with, you know, and try to see what direction they're trying to take this kind of music and what they're trying to do for it.
So what management team did you sign with?
It's called
Congratulations on that, by the way.
It's called Vivid Productions. You know, they just started. They got some boxers. They got rappers. It's really just for a lot of people, you know. And so at the moment, I really like their vision and what they're trying to do. So I ended up signing with them because I really trust that they're gonna put me in the right spot when it comes to doing this music.
When did you know it was right to get a manager? When did you this is the right time? Or
to be honest with you, when I started some of these copies, whenever a lot of more people started paying attention to it, and you know, a lot of people started giving me more encouragement for it, and I really started seeing that whenever you go onto your streaming, you start seeing where a lot of people are listening from.
Yeah.
And I'm not really just getting them from our local city. I'm getting them from Houston, Hollis, Dallas, California, Miami. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all around. So from that perspective, it's like if I can sit here and outreach, I think at the same time I would need a manager to start handling a lot of that and really point me in the right directions that maybe I might not know yet or what lanes to take.
Since you are Texas connected and you've been around Texas, a lot of these cities, any artists or young artists coming up in the game that you see that you want to do collabs with?
In other cities?
In other cities.
As far as other cities, I would say down in Victoria, Texas, there's a guy named Tony Rhymes. He's really coming up. He used to be part of Mo Killer Production, man. He needs to hit me up so we could do some stuff. My boy C to the Fat Mac. You know, I'm about to send you some stuff, bro. Hopefully we can get some stuff done as far as San Antonio. I think Lil Yoda, you know, I started listening to him a little bit more, and I'd like to get him, you know, on the track. As far as that's all I got for right now.
Okay. That's dope. I know Yoda. I don't know the other people. I know Yoda.
Right.
So Yoda, if you tuned in, you know, hit him up. That'd be a dope little collab. You say you had the other project coming up. Yeah, this one. My mind just went blank after you mentioned Yoda. I don't know why my mind just.
As far as this one, it actually took me about 3 years to put it all together.
Why 3 years? What made you wait that long to do it, to get it done?
So we originally did a song in a video called Southside Play that ended up going viral. I didn't even think they would go viral, and it actually got shared a lot. Right now, I think it's sitting at like maybe 45,000 views organically on Facebook, and we ended up having my homeboy pass, you know, due to gun violence, and that was through the song called Letter to Ajax. So do a lot of that, you know what I'm saying, it came with a lot of mental and trying to get myself together and a lot of setbacks financially. But then when I finally got it together, you know what I'm saying, I wrote this whole entire album probably back in 2017. And then whenever I finally got back on the ball, just ran it out, hit the tracks, and then finally pushed it out. So that's why this next one's not going to take too long. You know, this one was probably about 3 years in the making. This next one's probably going to be like 4 or 5 months in the making.
Okay. Now with this album, you said a lot happened, so that delayed it. Are you talking about what happened in this album?
Yeah, I think it's
a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's like track 3 would be Letter to Ajax. So basically, within there, I've had a lot of trials, tribulations, you know, losing some friends, and especially with Ajax, that kind of did a toll with me because, you know what I'm saying, he lost his life due to a very dumb reason, you know, and it happened very quickly, especially through his own family member, you know?
Yeah.
So that kind of takes a toll as far as mentally, especially when you're so close to somebody. So I talk about that. I talk about my struggles that I had mentally. Because like I said, a lot of these artists, you know, sometimes when it comes to these artists, we have to battle these kind of stuff alone, you know? So you have to mentally prepare yourself and come back up, especially when you're at the bottom. You know, sometimes you can sit here and not have, you know, the confidence. Sometimes you can lack the vision, and sometimes you get, you know, the writer's block. So whenever you can sit here and you can climb those mountains, overcome those, you know, circumstances, I think that it comes out to good music. And I really feel like that you can hear a lot of that within this mixtape, or this album, sorry.
How many songs on the album for people who don't know?
Overall, without like the, you know, the skits, I would say about like 6, maybe 7.
6.
If you go on to the Spotify one, they're going to be missing a track because they didn't let me upload it. But on this one, there's an extra song called The Principal, which is actually featuring my boy Sergeant Tone and Mexican Hendrix, and I personally like that one the best.
Now, I noticed that skits, outros, intros are making a comeback. Why do you think it's making a comeback? Because people have stopped that for a minute.
I really feel like, you gotta set the tone. You really gotta set the tone when it comes to you gotta set off right. If you just go straight into the music, like what are you really preparing them for? So that's why I tell a lot of people, like, if you really want to like really get into this, you need to play the intro on this one because it goes into the first track so well, and that you have to listen to the last track and the outro because they go into each other so well. It really gives the kind of the roller coaster feel. So you get the intro, you go on your roller coaster, and then you got the outro that kind of spits you out.
Now, you said your next project is going to be more club music. Are we getting some booty shaking music for the ladies? Is that what we getting?
Yeah, I'm going to do a lot of that.
That what you meant by club music?
Yeah, we're going to do some stuff for the ladies. We also going to be doing some stuff. Like right now, this whole lot song was really a lot for the car club scene. I really see that's coming back a lot.
Yeah, it is.
I see these boys out here with these slabs and these swangers, these pop trunks, candy paint. They're doing it big. Shout out to Big Head Bangs, you dig? Shout out to Nocturnal, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're doing a lot of these shows, and I'm impressed. I haven't gone to a car show in a long time, so that was really more for them, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, the car shows are making a comeback. I can attest to that. I agree. I like that. Is car show music different from regular show music?
I guess it really depends on like who's
on
the
event. I don't know why. Okay. I ain't trying to sound racist, so I'm gonna put that out there. I'm not trying to sound racist. But I don't know, when I think of car, like especially Hispanic car club music, like Mexican, I think of like being like a cholo type music.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, like
all Lil Flip is everybody car show.
I rock with Lil Flip.
Yeah, everybody car show, right? But
I mean, I feel like it really like depends on who's throwing the event. Yeah. Like if you have like, a Chicano like throwing it and like it's gonna be like that, versus, saying black people or white people. But the ones I really like is the one where like all races are really throwing it. Because then you have everything. Like, I mean, this last one they had like Mexican food, they had black food, they had like kind of like some Asian type food. Is weird. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really eat it, I stuck to Mexican food.
If you can have any type of customization car for the car show, what car would it be? What color? Inside, outside? Tell us.
Man, I'm a black person, to be honest with you.
Okay. Like, what kind? Like a coupe de ville type?
Yeah, it'd probably be like a coupe. But like, to be honest with you, I've always had a thing for the DeVilles.
Okay.
So
white, black, yellow, green.
Man, to be honest with you, I do like screw blue candy paint with 24-inch swingers. You know what I'm saying? With the peanut butter seats.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? With the screens in the back, screens in the trunk, 15s. And then, you gotta have the pop trunk that come up that says "Still hating on me." You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And what will be your go-to car music? When they pull up to the car show, people be bumping music out their cars. What will we hear from your car?
Texasconnected Xcel. You'll be hearing a whole lot of music. You'll be hearing that straight bang. I jam myself. I ain't gonna lie, it might be conceited, but I jam myself every day.
Okay, that's dope.
But if not, you know what I'm saying, it gotta be like Boosie, it gotta be some banging stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I like some of the new music, but it's like the old school music that really got them kicking it,
Now, are you car lot pimping when you go to these shows, or you just chilling?
Man, I'm like parking lot pimping everywhere. Like if I go to the club, whenever it ends, I'm probably still out there, you know what I'm saying, until like 4:00 in the morning, chilling, chopping it up, smoking a blunt, kicking it. When we're at the car shows, I'm going around looking at all the rides, checking them out inside and out, looking at the engine, because I'm gonna make sure that them judges are really doing their job.
Oh, so there be competition at these cars. I never been to a car show, so I don't know. I thought you just go out there just to look at the cars and dip. I didn't know it was a competition.
Yeah, they have like like the best bang, the best paint, the best
that.
Interior, like just different kind of things and stuff like that.
I never did that.
Yeah, I really just go to really see, you know what I'm saying, what I'm lacking on. Like, oh, he got the headrest like that. Oh, he got some bang like that. I didn't even know your trunk can move like that.
Oh, okay. That sounds like a bar too. Okay, the way you said that, that's like a bar. Add that to a song.
You know what I'm saying?
Add that to a song. Say I said it. Give me credit.
Right.
I want my 10%.
They're gonna say she goes right.
I want my 2%. That's
for every CD, I want 50 cents.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But before we let you go, let people know where they can check you out. And will you be at the boxing match? Is that part of the company you with? Yeah. So you're gonna be performing?
Yeah. Well,
you don't know yet?
I don't know, man. I'm trying, but they're trying to get Lil Flip to go before me, so they might not have me. But I mean, at the end of the day, to have my boy Ruru go out there and knock somebody out, and have somebody like Lil Flip, bring him to the ring is such an honor that, I mean, that don't bother me in any aspect. But yeah, I'll definitely be at the boxing match. I'm going there for Team Ruru. We're going for the win. He's gonna knock that dude out. He's gonna be all sorts of craziness. They're gonna have Mayweather calling him. That's the next heavyweight champion of the world. I'm telling you, I'm predicting it. You feel me? But you can find me at Texas Connected Xcel. It's Texas Connected together and then space XCEL Xcel. And on Twitter, it's actually Texas Connected. On YouTube, it's Keep It Connected. And on Instagram, it's Texas Connected _Xcel.
Now, is it like Xcel as in like Xcel or Xcel as in like?
See, my original name was like XL, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what I.
That's okay. I just didn't want to like.
Right.
Okay, I didn't want to judge you. Like, XL,
hey man, ladies love the big dudes. I ain't even tripping. I get all the love. They rub my belly and feed me kind of.
They like you when it's winter. When it's summer, they dish you right now.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, whenever they with me, they be loving on me. But as soon as I be acting up, all of a sudden it's like, get your fat fucking ass out of here. But overall,
man. Okay. Well, speaking of that, since somebody tuned in, some female tuned in, is like, who is this fine looking?
I appreciate
Mexican, Spanish, it's whatever you want to call it.
you.
Dude.
You can call me the Southside Play. You can call me that Southside.
And they want to know, are you single, taking, or working on you?
Oh man, I'm single at the moment. To be honest with you,
women can slide in your DMs if they wanted to.
they can definitely slide in my DMs. If they attracted enough, I might slide in their DMs.
You heard that? Y'all can slide into the DMs, be like,
how
"What's
that-
up, papi?"
Yeah, you feel me?
Dame pesos and pesos. Dame dollars and pesos.
She must have dated a Mexican before.
No, I work at a school. So,
Okay, got
you. I learned that. That's the first thing someone taught me in Spanish. Dame
Yeah.
I want. You can have whatever you want to after that.
Feel me? For real. We got it,
So-
you know. We over here on the U3 radio. I got to come back here and do some of that politicking with you or whatever kind of podcast y'all got. I got a lot to say.
Yeah.
How would you say you do radio in Spanish?
Radio in Spanish?
Yeah.
I'm the monster. How do you say radio in Spanish?
Radio in Spanish.
Yeah.
Like, how would you say
Radio.
U3 radio, underground on Sunday?
U3 Radio.
Radio,
Radio.
U3 radio.
Yeah.
You tune into U3 radio with DJ Bebe, Diamante Azul.
You know what I'm
See,
saying?
I know a little bit. I know my DJ name.
So what's your full DJ name?
DJ Baby Blue Diamond.
DJ Baby Blue.
DJ Bebe.
You're live in the
Diamante.
mix. You're live in the mix with DJ Baby Blue Diamond. We're here in U3 Radio. It's going down. Texas Connected Xcel.
That sounds like a real radio job.
You
We
feel
got to
me?
get him in the booth. How much time I got
Oh,
left?
we got it.
Look, I got time. We're going to get you in the booth
Yeah.
and record
U3
that.
Radio
That
with all the
is a
latest
radio
hip hop
job.
and R&B, but all the unside and underground artists. You got to tune
That's
in.
exactly
man. You
how they
gotta go
sound on
live.
98.5 The Beat.
Hold up. Yeah.
Don't even listen to them. I'm sorry, but that's right. But we're here with Texas Connected XL all the way from Seguin. If
Texas.
you don't know,
On the south side.
south side of Seguin. I never
Hold
been
up.
to Seguin, so I don't know nothing about it. Ain't gonna lie.
Got
But-
a whole lot to say.
Yes, I know y'all got dope music.
Y'all gotta
Make sure
tune
you
in.
get the project. If they want to come to you physical copies, they can.
Yeah, you can hit me up. I'll
Will you
ship out
ship?
to you. Yeah,
You
I'll ship
ship.
it out to you.
They
too.
will ship. Man, you got the inside. It tells you all about it. You got his social media, man. This is a dope cover. I'm
See, it's
dropping
hard
the
to
thing. This is a
stay
dope
in,
cover. This is a dope cover, though. Look at it. Look at the artwork. Who did your artwork, if you don't mind me asking?
The artwork was actually it's Breaking Sleep Graphics on Instagram,
Okay.
but you might have to put like GFX. And then as far as the people that did the physical copies, they're actually out of Houston called Still Rolling.
Okay. I know someone in San Antonio. I do physical if you ever need some. Just got you. No graphics. I do graphics.
We got a
But yeah,
link.
that's
We
what's
got a
up.
link.
But we here, U3 Radio, Chicago, DJ, Baby Blue Diamond, and we are,
We out. Hold up.
out. Hold up.